All right, here we go. So that cold front has already pushed through the Omaha, eastern Nebraska area, which is limiting our severe weather for this evening. Um, Still a good chance of heavy rain, which is good. Severe weather has pushed off more to the east and southeast of the Omaha area. So right now we have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings here in western Iowa. Severe thunderstorm warning just to the east of Malvern along Highway 34 and 39. So quarter size hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. Another severe thunderstorm warning up toward Atlantic, um, just to the west of Adair and Anita, just under quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So back here, eastern Nebraska, we do have a cell just to the south of Ashland, a little bit to the west, Waverly, to the north of Seward, back toward York and Sutton. All these storms are moving to the northeast. Extremely heavy rain in this cell in York. You see where the cold front is here now. Most of the storms are off to the east. Moving to the northeast, down here to Kansas. So severe thunderstorm warning just to the west of McPherson. Three-quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Musil, Rosal. You guys are in a severe thunderstorm warning just to the west of Pawnee Rock. So you also have just over three-quarter size inch hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. And down toward southern Kansas, just to the south of Meade, quarter inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. As you see where this front lies, most of the severe weather is just off to the east. All right, up in Wisconsin, have a possible tornado label on this cell. We'll take a quick peek of that. Which I think this is more the tornado signature should be on this one. Right, so we definitely have some rotation in this cell. Up in Wisconsin, just to the northeast of Adams and to the east of Easton. Other storms, Reedsburg's 3/4 inch hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. Back here, get rid of the overlay. So we'll go back down to the severe thunderstorm warning in western Iowa, just now to the north of Atlantic. It's over 3/4 inch hail, uh, up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. We'll go back here to eastern Nebraska. So north of Ashland should be approaching Gretna. Little cell coming into your area. Memphis probably getting a pretty good rain just through Ashland. Could be heading toward Meade, Utan Valley. Quick view on that. Right. So now we are facing actually toward where that storm is, just on the outside of Gretna. Right. It looks like it's grown just a little bit. Only some heavy rain coming in, maybe some lightning. Like it may even have a little. We'll check the see if there's a hail in there. Oh, there is a little bit of a hail in that cell. So it's moved through Ashland. This north of Ashland, little hail in this section. A little bit of lightning in there. Right, we'll look down south a little bit. Looks like some pretty good rains down in Tecumseh, just passed through Elk Creek. Johnson, Auburn. You guys should be all in the path of this. Let me come back up here to this. So that's what if we went from the south. We will kind of watch this one together. Come on in. Let's look at the on this one. It still hasn't updated. Okay, now it just updated. So there's little probably pea-sized hail in the storm, like just to the west of Gretna, hitting the west side of Gretna now. Just went over Lenoma Beach. This is heading toward uh, western Douglas County, Waterloo. It's in Sarpy County now. See the path of this is tracking northeast. We're also keeping an eye on this one toward north. That one is also moving more to the east now. Looks like could be a more of a wind threat. Let's see what some winds are in here. That could be 40, 45 mile an hour winds in the front of this. Right. Definitely some lightning, a little bit of thunder. Just moved through Ashland, kind of spreading eastward. let's call it about 20 miles an hour, probably. Right. So Gretna in the next about 15 minutes, population roughly about 10,000 people in this area. Quick preview of this one. It's kind of gaining in strength and size. This one going to be moving through. This is more turning to the east now. We'll go to Des Moines radar really quick. So we have quarter size hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. In Des Moines, Colfax, just west of Newton. These are also going northeast. You can actually see that frontal boundary line right there. We're going to head back east. Definitely some ominous clouds approaching Gretna, going into western Douglas County. So Sarpy County's here. Gretna just moved through Ashland. Be heading up toward La Vista, Omaha, Elkhorn, Bennington. And stop this. We can see if there's any hail in this. All right, so there is some hail in this. So if you do have stuff just to the west of Gretna, going into Gretna to the western Douglas County, this cell does have a little bit of hail, probably EP to up to marble size hail right now. It's definitely tracking north, northeast. We're still keeping our eye on this western storm here. This has dumped heavy rain uh, in the Grand Island area, correction, in the Hastings area. They had roughly about 2 inches of rain in less than an hour. Big time flooding out there. Well, we have this cell heading more to the east. We have this cell right now moving into western Sarpy County. Does have P to marble size hail coming into western Douglas County. If you are definitely joining me from eastern Nebraska, then this is what's coming your way. You can definitely see some rain on the sky cam. and actually almost see a shelf cloud up there. Go back to radar quick. All right. All right. Once again, if you are in Western Sarpy County, Western Douglas County, still moving in from your southwest, right now, Chalco Hills. I'm expecting heavy rain. Maybe this camera just a little bit. Once again, we'll see. Look at this for hail. So definitely has some little pea to marble size hail in it. At the same time, we're watching this storm. We're also watching this one out to the west. It's actually making more of a turn to the east. At the same time, could be picking up a lot more heavier rain from this one. So looking down south in Pawnee County, down toward Table Rock, Pawnee City, just south of Elk Creek or in Elk Creek. We're getting some pretty heavy rain over there, over toward Auburn, Rockport, Missouri, Miranda, Essex, Red Oak, Alaska. You guys are all seeing extremely heavy rain. Still do have a severe thunderstorm warning just to the east of, or actually, it's actually a part, Des Moines is actually part of it. Still quarter size hail up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. We're going to go back over here to Western Sarpy. That's a pretty cool shelf cloud on live sky cam coming in from the south. All right. Another cell coming in from the west, just moved through York. Already Seward, Milford coming through down here to the south. Johnson, Pawnee County, Table Rock, Elk Creek, Pawnee City. You guys have extremely heavy rain in there now. Humboldt, Johnson, Auburn, you guys are all in the path of this heavy rain. Hamburg, you guys just had a cell move out, but expect heavy rain to continue. All right, we'll go back up to storms up here. Gretna, experiencing heavy rain at this time. Chaco Hills, going toward Ralston, Waterloo, Western Douglas County. Hail in this cell, roughly pea-sized to marble. I'll show you a track on that. And straight up from the south. Has gone down in hail size a little bit, but definitely small hail in there. Right, once again, if you are down south, uh, Johnson County, Pawnee County, over into Auburn, Peru, you guys are like getting dumped on with rain. Actually, see, actually have a little bit of rotation down there. It actually have a little bit of rotation in Elk Creek. Or you guys could be seeing a wall cloud down there. We're gonna go back up to the storm in Sarpy County. It's like Potawatomi County. You guys are getting heavy rains. Right. So heavy rains in Gretna right now, moving to the north, northeast. They'll have these storms. Another storm just kind of started to develop down in Waverly. If you are watching us from Waverly, Greenwood, Ashland area, could be getting another round of heavy rain here shortly. Still watching this cell out to the west of us, approaching Seward. This is getting to be a really pretty defined line right here in southeast Nebraska with extremely heavy rains. Another sellout just passed through York going into Seward, uh, western Sarpy County going into western Douglas County. Lightning, extreme heavy rain. Potawatomi County. Cell just went through Atlantic. Still a severe thunderstorm warning for Colfax, Iowa. This is just under 3/4 inch hail, up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. Let's come back here to the cell in eastern Nebraska. All right, so having a lightning. So western Sarpy County, western Douglas County, all these are moving northeast. We'll check see if the hail has gotten bigger into here. So we are looking at roughly probably a little pea-sized hail in this storm. Going to rotate this forward a little bit. So is live sky cam from western Sarpy, western Douglas County. All right, we'll back out a little bit, go back off to the west. Extremely heavy rains out to a little bit west of Seward, east of York. These are all actually now moving eastward. We're going northeast. So now that that front is pushed through, everything's going to start going east and northeast to east. We'll come back down. So Table Rock, extremely heavy rain, Pawnee City, Elk Creek, Auburn, Rockport, Ford, Westboro, and Iowa. We are in College Springs. New radar scan just passed through. Come back over here to the ones that are joining from eastern Nebraska and the Omaha area. Still have a cell. Still in western Sarpy. It is pushing northeast. We'll look one more time. We'll see. Well, if you are just to the in Potawatomi County, just to the west of Trainer, you guys will probably get at least marble size hail coming in the Council Bluffs area. Just went through Mineola. We'll get a track on that hail for you. Those are your hail cores right there. So we'll go back to Sarpy County, going into Douglas County. If you are in the Omaha area, we have a thunderstorm coming through, not severe limits, so just heavy rains, maybe a wind gust coming through. Definitely on cam, we can definitely see it is pouring outside. We'll take a look to see if any hail starts to come down. Right. After the heat that we've had, we can use a little bit of rain, but we are still watching. So after this cell goes through, we're still watching this cell coming in from the west. Looks like it is making more of a V line to the east. So Omaha, Sarpy County, Cass Odo, Cass and Odo that you may be seeing this counties, Weeping Water, Eagle, Waverly, could be seeing this heavy rain come through right now. Western Sarpy going into central Douglas County. Oh my goodness. All right. That woke me up. If you guys heard that, that all right. So definitely some thunder and lightning out there. All right. Heavy rains, northern Sarpy County going into Douglas County now. So east of Waterloo, going in from Chaco Hills. The latest scan, we'll see if there's any hail in here. Definitely heavy rain. All right, still just a little bit of pea-sized hail. We'll see if we actually catch that on live Skycam. Boy, if you guys were here for that lightning strike, I wonder if I caught that on camera. That was crazy. All right, we'll go back. Once again, put a track on this. So it's just to the west of Papillion, La Vista, just moved through Gretna, moving into Douglas County. Now, as you see, experiencing extremely heavy rain, possible little pea-sized hail in this. All right, we'll take a really quick peek. I'm gonna move this camera a little bit. We'll take a peek on what's going on out there. All right, as you see, visibility has extremely dropped in western Douglas County. Definitely some heavy rains moving from Sarpy going into Douglas County, roughly along Highway 6. Center Street, Dodge Street will be moving into the Boys Town area, moving just to the east of Elkhorn. So right here is in Millard. So looking at about 144th and or 132nd and West Center approaching. All right, so we'll stop this. We'll back this out just to give you a better idea where this is. So it's approaching West Center, going northeast, so roughly 132nd and Center, 144th heavy rain, 180th heavy rain, 192nd heavy rain. So this will be approaching Pacific, West Dodge, the Happy Hollow toward Blondo. See it moving up. All right, there was the latest scan. All right, let's see if there's still any hail in this. Still just a little bit of probably pea-sized hail just actually moved through the Gretna area just to the west side of Gretna, moving into Douglas County. All right, we'll back out just a little bit. Wahoo. Wahoo, get you have a little storm out there, probably extremely heavy rain. You guys even have just a little bit of a hello. You guys hear that? That was crazy. That made me jump. All right. It is like extremely pouring outside. Yeah, visibility is like down to almost nothing out there. Extremely heavy rain. We'll take a look at see if there's any street flooding. Definitely pouring out there. All right, we'll go back to radar a little bit. So once again, if you're in the Omaha area, so approaching, so here's 204th and West Center, so 192nd, 180th, 144th, and West Center. So all this is actually moving to the north, northeast. So this will actually be hitting West Dodge. So Interstate Dodge, you have Boys Town out here, Regency Parkway, Shields. So in this red area, maybe just a little pea-sized hail in this area. All right, we're going to back out a little bit. We'll come over here to Wahoo. right, Wahoo, you probably getting some pretty good rain right now. Keep going out to the west. Milford, extremely heavy rain out there. We'll see which way this one's going. So this definitely could still take a turn and still come up toward our way. So even though we're experiencing heavy rain now, don't count out not seeing any more heavy rain because this could definitely be heading our way towards Sarpy, Douglas, Cass, Odo. So pretty good thunderstorm out Sarpy, Douglas County. Excellent. All right, Douglas County. Heaviest rain is roughly Q Street, 192nd, 180th, where the heaviest rain is, just to the north of Harrison, in between Harrison and Center. You have Pacific Street out here, Dodge Street out here. Kind of put this into motion. We'll see. Should be getting another updated live radar here in just a second. Should be another sweep coming through. All right, we'll wait on that for a second. So, okay, here we go. All right, so live sweeps coming through. Everything is still pushing pretty slow actually to the north. So it is just now hitting Dodge Street, 200 or yeah, 204th and Dodge. Hit Dodge Street down to 100 and I believe this is 144th, 156. Yeah, roughly 144th. Here's Millard. Definitely moving north, northeast. So we can actually look at the backside of this storm really quick. So here is the backside of that storm heading to the north. Hey, Danielle, what's going on? Or should I say Brandy? All right, let's get back. So, still extremely heavy rain. Harrison, 192nd, 192nd and Q up toward West Center, over Industrial Road, which is L Street. West Center over to Pacific, approaching Dodge. So definitely some extremely heavy rain in here. So we wanted to do a quick, see how heavy that rain was really quick. Just so it hasn't moved up over us quite yet, but getting we had a spot of an inch just to the south of Gretna, half inch, 3/4 of an inch, half inch, half inch. So basically, Western Sarpy County with this cell, there's a little over out on the interstate, 3/4 of an inch. So definitely some heavy rains coming in. We'll look at that again here in a second after it registers how much. But once again, extremely heavy rain just moving out of Sarpy County, coming into Douglas County. So heavy rains in Millard, roughly going down Q Street over West Center now, approaching Dodge. 132nd, 144th, 180th, 192nd. So all these experiencing extremely heavy rain. Um, Not quite sure if it's actually going to go to downtown Omaha. This is actually moving uh, more to the north. So downtown Douglas County, you may not see anything out of this. But I'm not saying that you won't, because once again, we got some more cells out here to the west. Uh, Hastings Grand Island just had extreme heavy flooding from this cell. Yeah, it's deteriorated just a little bit, but it is still moving in this direction. So we could still see, flooding happen here more in eastern Nebraska with this. We'll just have to wait and see. So Milford, um, just getting extremely heavy rain here in Milford right now. So Pawnee Lake State Recreation Center, Branched Oaks. This is all coming your way. It's a little rain. You can really see it on the streets. Oh, I'm sure. I am sure. All right, so we can actually kind of move this camera back to where we can we'll watch this other cell from the west come in. So we'll go usually about right there. So that cell that's out to the west, we will be able to basically see the approach there. All right, let's take a quick peek down to the south, 'cause I definitely have some family down here. Uh, Pawnee County, still extremely heavy rain. Kind of curious how much rain so far you guys received down here. All right, we'll take a peek at some of these totals down here in uh, Pawnee, Johnson counties. 2, 2.5, inch and a half. So blue, you're basically looking at roughly inch and a half. You get more into the yellows, 2, 2.5 in some places. So definitely some heavy rains. There's pushing 3 inches of rain right there, going in between Tecumseh and Auburn. As to come down here in Essex, Iowa, they've received over 3 inches of rain. So this is pretty crazy. That was 3.5 inches. So yeah, kind of extremely heavy rains across the board. You can kind of see a path where these it's called training, where the cells, these storms just keep going over one another. And the rain will slowly add up or quickly add up. All right, we'll go back to radar, take a quick peek, get that off of there. All right, We'll come back up to Omaha for you guys that are tuning in from around here. All right. Let me see. So it did just go over Dodge Street. So roughly this 132nd and Dodge, in this area, 120th down in Regency area, experiencing heavy rain. Um, Still down here on Center Street. So West Center and just to the north of Zarinsky Lake, which is roughly about 156 and 180th, experiencing some heavy rain. Zarinsky, heavy rains. Ralston, you guys are getting into some rains finally. Exarban Village, Regency, just had some rains move through Blondo. So roughly 120th and Blondo, heavy rains. We'll watch this storm come up. It's actually dissipating more as it goes to the northeast. So we're looking at Douglas County here. So as it's coming up through Sarpy into Douglas, it's kind of you guys are going to get some good rain out of this, but nothing flooding. Right. We're kind of seeing these cells down here, kind of wondering if these are going to merge together and come more to the northeast. So we'll have to wait and see on the development down here toward Lincoln. So Lincoln, you guys will be getting some heavy rain here in a little bit, Lancaster County. So moving into uh, Waverly. All right, so let's take a big picture of this whole thing. We'll move up toward Des Moines. As you see, this huge line that is formed from basically southeastern Nebraska. Let's take a quick peek down in Kansas really quick. We'll see how far down this line actually goes. So really, we do have some cells down in Kansas, but for the most part, from southeastern Nebraska, all the way up through Iowa, going into Wisconsin. We'll take a quick peek into Wisconsin. All right, so this all be west of Milwaukee. Couple severe thunderstorm warnings. 3/4 inch hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. And that one, same with there, same with there. So roughly three quarter inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. I think these are probably all moving directly to the east. Yeah. So this is going to be more winds as it push eastward. All right, we'll drop back down. There we are. So still Waterloo, Iowa, down to Marshalltown, just to the east of Des Moines. Still going down to Creston, Iowa, Florinda. So just to the east of there, severe thunderstorm warning, 3/4 inch hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. Take a quick peek onto this one. We'll see what velocities show. Ah, we actually have a little bit of rotation here. Just a little bit. back out again. We'll go further down. We'll come back over. So Eagle, you guys just had a pretty good rain cell come through you guys. Switch back over to the Omaha radar. All right, so down through Eagle, Bennett, Hickman, experiencing heavy rain, approaching Syracuse. So this is still the one that I'm waiting to see if these actually still have some redevelopment out to the west. Right. So another little cell just came through Ashland again, probably going up to the northeast, northeast. Looks like it's dissipating just a little bit. Venice Island, Utan, Lake Platteview. You guys will be seeing some rain here in a little bit. Waterloo. You guys will actually be in the path of this cell. Valley, Lashera, Fremont. You guys got a lot of rain earlier when all these cells started to develop. You guys had a lot of rain. You kind of see in the Fremont area. Well, it's not as much as I thought. You guys probably got inch and a half up there. You guys had a lot of heavy rain. Right. So still, still some severe thunderstorm warnings out there. Let's see what I haven't gone over. We could check out New Mexico. Have a severe thunderstorm warning down in New Mexico. It's like quarter size hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. Let's see what part of New Mexico. This Colorado. Where are we? Yep. So right on the New Mexico, Colorado border, and basically Kansas. These cells are actually moving due east. Let's see if we can get some wind speed on these. Roughly 55-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, so definitely up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts with these down in New Mexico. Like another severe thunderstorm warning just came out. This will be for also quarter size hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. This is all right on basically the corner. You have New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Colorado, and Kansas, basically all in the same screen. All right, Dodge City. We'll see what's going on in your neck of the woods really quick. All storms moving northeast down here, probably three-quarter size hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. I'm going to show you guys what all these storms are following. So if I put on the overlay, so you can kind of see where that front is. So low pressure system just to the south of Omaha, but the cold front came through. So anywhere along this cold front, along and to the east, you can see that's where these storms are fired along, is this cold front. As these storms are following it, they're all going northeast, but this cold front is pushed through and to the east and will still continue to travel that direction. So we'll come down here really quick. As you see, once again, all these storms are firing just to the east. That's what kind of limited our severe weather in eastern Nebraska. Is this front had already pushed through uh, Fremont, Omaha, Lincoln by the time the afternoon came, which really limited our severe weather. Um, but at the same time, we're also getting the heavy rain out of it. So we'll see still which way this is still going. All right, well, this is actually going more northeast, east northeast. So Sarpy, Douglas, we're still going to see more like torrential rains coming from this. Um, Definitely, it's kind of the way that the sky cam is pointed. I'll look a little bit this way. Let's see. Really, that storm is going to be coming from that direction. Right. So back to radar. So once again, here's our boundary line. All of basically your more severe weather is going to be on the east side of this boundary. So it's a stationary front. Basically anything on the west side of this boundary, on the north side, west side, is just going to be heavy rain. May see a little wind gust here and there, but that's about it. Anything on the east side, southeast, you guys can still see large hail, gusty winds. Take a quick peek back down here again. Looks like that heavy rain is moving basically into Irvington, Briggs, Bull area, kind of continuing off to the northeast, downtown Omaha. Just a little bit of rain down there. Let's see, Ralston, a little bit of heavy rain, Chaco, La Vista. Still the main thing that we're kind of watching now is this line, but not even really a line, just a heavy rain cell moving toward Sarpy, Douglas, Lancaster. It's just to the north of Lincoln right now. Probably go through Wahoo. Still, these are close. What I was talking about earlier. These may just kind of merge, and we'll still head off to the northeast and still see heavy amounts of rain in western Sarpy, western Douglas, through Douglas, Sarpy. Really quick, we'll kind of come back up here to Wisconsin really quick. Oshkosh underneath this severe thunderstorm warning. 3/4 inch hail up to 60-mile-an-hour wind. Same with that one. Uh, Beaver Dam, 3/4 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So these are all heading toward the east. Usually stay north of Milwaukee, according to these storms. Milwaukee, you can kind of see the frontal boundary line here in Wisconsin for these storms. So once again, basically the whole from northeast to southwest of Iowa, huge line of extremely heavy rain, couple severe thunderstorm warnings, still 3/4 inch hail, 3/4 inch hail, up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. All right. Like Rockport, Missouri. So this is where Nebraska, Missouri, Iowa all come together, is down over here. So Rockport, you'll be seeing heavy rains here in just a little bit. Actually, for the most part, I don't think a lot is happening else. We'll go down to Overland Park. Nothing really happening in, let's go to Springfield. Yeah, nothing really happening in Missouri today or even in Kansas City. So Sarpy, Douglas, Lancaster, Saunders County, still not out of the woods yet. Still getting some lightning strikes nearby, so we'll probably end up seeing a few of those here coming up shortly. We'll take off this overlay. Right. So the storms that came through Ashland, Gretna, going through Douglas County now, making its way up toward Fort Calhoun and toward the Missouri Valley, Iowa. Utan probably just had a little bit of rain come through Utan. So we're looking at these cells down here. Extremely heavy rain. Lincoln now approaching Lincoln. See what's out here. Branched Oaks, just getting totally heavy rain. Malcolm down toward Lincoln, over toward Eagle, Elmwood. All of these are moving to the northeast. We will definitely have another batch of heavy rain here moving in shortly. All right, we'll take another quick peek down here. Humboldt, still heavy rain. Stella, Indian Caves, uh, Park, down in this location. Another radar scan just came through. So La Vista's seen a little bit of rain. Waterloo just off to your south, probably seeing it now up toward Bennington, Fort Calhoun. Um, where else? Maybe seeing a couple of sprinkles. This is the next round that'll be making its way in. It's just off to the southwest, moving northeast. So right now, Weeping Water, Eagle, Lincoln, Malcolm up toward Branched Oak, Valparaiso. You guys will all be seeing heavy rain here pretty soon. It's moving all toward Harpy, Douglas County, Saunders County, Lancaster County. Actually, you can kind of start to see back in here is where those are going to start. Actually, full back area and where this new batch of rain is going to be coming in from. We'll kind of leave it there and we'll watch these other rain clouds come in. Oops. Right. And so still moving just through Papayan. These are pretty slow moving rain. This is not fast. That's why it's going to dump heavy rain in a short amount of time because it is like moving pretty slow. I'll put all these in motion for us. Slider for this. So still a severe thunderstorm warning for uh in Iowa, 3/4 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds for Bedford. For the most part, after these storms, we'll kind of look out to the west. There is nothing back here. So air is pretty stable. I'll kind of go through for eastern Nebraska and western Iowa over the next couple of days. Models. We'll see. I don't think they've got the new ones out. Yeah. All right. So this was at 3 p.m. today. So we're starting at 3. So this is 4. Um, so this is still the 23rd. This is where basically we are right now. So this is at 6 o'clock. Lines up pretty good. So then we're going to go into the 24th. This is 7 o'clock in the 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Couple of showers, thunderstorms, just around the Norfolk area and down into Kansas by Kansas City. Kind of clears out tomorrow. I think we're going to see some sun tomorrow. This is 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, 3, 4, 5. May see a pop-up shower in the afternoon. So now we're in the overnight hour. As you see out west, this is 10 p.m. I think North Platte, Hastings, Kearney, Grand Island, they're going to end up seeing these storms. So this is it'll be tomorrow night. This is the 25th. So tomorrow night, in the middle of the night, this is 1 o'clock in the morning. St. Paul, Columbus, Grand Island. So this is 4 a.m. and this is roughly 6 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday morning. Maybe some thunderstorms moving through Omaha by 7, 8, 9. It's moved out. Hopefully sunny day. And then it looks like back on Wednesday night. So it clears out for a little bit. And then by Wednesday evening, uh, could see another round of thunderstorms. Looks like some of these, could be strong to severe according to this model. Looks like very heavy rain too. So we could see quite a bit over the next like 3 days. We have a lot of chances for heavy rain. Right. So we'll go back to radar. We'll come back up. Our location. So, all right. So that cell's pretty well done and gone. When it came through Sarpy County, it already went through Douglas County. Now it's moving in more into Missouri Valley. Um, Storms are kind of decreasing, but we still have the storms out to the west. Just moved through Seward, uh, went through Lincoln, approaching Waverly, still moving northeast. Looks like we could still get some heavy rain out of this. It is decreasing. The air is more stable, so there's not as much rain as it was, but we're still going to see some rain here in a little bit. Maybe some thunder and uh, lightning still. Just to the north of Weeping Water, seeing some heavy rain going from Cass County, probably going into South Sarpy County to Papay La Vista, Bellevue this time. They kind of missed out on that first round. So this is all basically heading this way, Papay, Bellevue, into Council Bluffs. These aren't moving really fast, so if we just say probably, I don't know, 20 miles an hour. Okay, so you have Louisville with these heavy rains in about 9 minutes. Cedar Creek, um, going into La Platte, that's just south, actually south of Bellevue, uh, about 47 minutes. Rumsey, 50 minutes. Cape Heart, 49 minutes. There, it actually just updated. Fort Crook, 53 minutes. So roughly in this path, we have Gilmore Offutt Air Force Base in Bellevue, roughly 56 minutes. Avery, an hour. So yeah, roughly a little over 122,000 people just in that little section right there. All right. We gonna drop down again really quick. A little bit more rain all in western Sarpy County, western Douglas County. So still looking at these cells just off to the west. They'll be moving in. Probably moving 25, 30 mile an hour. If we stopped it, put a track on it, kind of go in that general direction. I'll be generous and just say 30 miles an hour. So Ceresco, Ithaca, Meade, Utan, Vincent Island, and Waterloo, King Lake, Chaco, probably within the next hour. So be coming into basically everybody's area. Population almost 900,000 in this area. Right. So I'm just going to put this in motion really quick. I'm going to take a 30-second break. I will be right back. All right. We did just look at my digital rain gauge. My weather station is up on my roof, and we got a little over a quarter of an inch of rain, um, just in that a little amount of time with that cell that was moving through. So yeah, it was heavy and came down quick. So we'll see with this other round that comes through how much more rain we're gonna pick up here. So we'll take a quick peek around. Looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning came out for Creston, Iowa. 3/4 inch hail up to 60-mile-an-hour wind. We'll take a peek at the hail. We'll see where the main center hail is in this. Basically right here. And even right here toward off the Omaha radar. So this cell that's coming up, let me see, just actually went over Branch Oaks. heading to Ceresco. This has probably marble size hail in it. Mhm. All right, put another track on this. We'll see. It's coming up, so it's went through Lincoln, approaching Waverly, just went through Branched Oak, Eagle. So there's definitely a line from Lancaster County down in Odo and Cass, coming up through Saunders. So it's approaching Waverly right now. So if you're in Waverly, begin some pretty heavy rain, not really gusty winds, but just torrential downpouring rain. Then Glenwood and then Ashland. All these are definitely moving back up to Sarpy, Douglas County, where we just had that round of heavy rain move through. Now we will definitely be getting some more. But really nothing on this backside. After this next rain goes through, we're pretty much clear for the rest of the night here in eastern Nebraska. We'll take a quick peek at Dodge City radar really quick. So Garden City, 3/4 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. And this one's pretty good. What's this? Quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. This must be the one that, so this is actually in the one county in between uh, Colorado and New Mexico, that is Oklahoma. So this is actually in Oklahoma. Boise City is just off to the east. So quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, it's a pretty good hail core right there. We're going to go back up. Right, so just to the south of Wahoo, a line down toward Waverly, Weeping Water, just to the north of Weeping Water toward Ashland. Here comes another sweep coming through. So heavy rain, probably in downtown Omaha. Waverly, Sarpy, Douglas County, still not out of the woods yet. Still have some pretty heavy rain. Um, going to be moving through. Probably kind of see that on the live cam there. A little bit. So basically, that direction is where this rain is coming from. So it looks like just coming into southern Douglas, or correction, Sarpy County, down towards Springfield, South Bend, Louisville, Springfield. You guys are probably going to be getting some pretty heavy rain. I know Louisville, you guys just had a downpour. So Cedar Creek, you're next up towards Springfield, and this is going northeast. So Papillion, Bellevue, La Vista. This is coming your way. We can kind of see this line from Ceresco down to Waverly, Eagle is all what's coming toward Sarpy and Douglas County. So probably within a half an hour, we'll be getting some pretty heavy rains. Maybe a little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning. It looks like it's holding together. I thought that these two cells were going to come together, like I was saying, back down way past Lincoln. I kind of figured they would merge together and come northeast. This little cell just to the west of Sarpy. So Memphis Lakes is out here. Memphis probably just had a pretty good downpour. So we're just waiting for probably waiting for this cell to come through and see what else is going on. I basically just wanted to come on live with the cells that were coming through Omaha to keep everybody posted and safe if they wanted to watch. Or even with these, we could still get another quarter. Some areas could even maybe even get a half an inch. Depends on how fast these are moving and how heavy this is. We could easily get another quarter inch of rain over here in Douglas and Sarpy. All right, let's take a quick peek. You know what? Let's just kind of go around while we're waiting. Let's see what's going on in the rest of the country. All right, so it looks like Washington maybe has one little cell up there. Oregon, good. California, maybe a couple of showers. And East Central California, east of San Francisco, north of Fresno. Arizona looks pretty good. I know some people in Arizona. My former boss just kind of moved down there, so everything's good for you down toward the Phoenix area. Utah looks pretty good. New Mexico, you have a few thunderstorms with severe thunderstorm warnings on your east side. These are all moving northeast. Colorado, you look pretty good. Wyoming looks pretty good. North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, we're seeing these storms right now down in the southeast and also eastern Nebraska. Kansas still seeing some thunderstorms. Oklahoma, basically in the western panhandle. Texas, same thing. northwest. A couple severe thunderstorm warnings in Mississippi. Come down here really quick. Take a little quick peek in here. A little bit of rain showers down here in Mississippi. Nothing huge. Alabama, you have one severe thunderstorm warning down in your area. Undersized hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. Hmm. All right, going up kind of the East Coast. Doesn't look like anything's happening up there. Once again, the line is going from Wisconsin down through Iowa into southeast Nebraska, down in the central Kansas. And actually, it's the same line going all the way down into Texas, New Mexico. So, all right, we'll go back to normal radar, kind of hearing a little bit of thunder out there. So, storms are getting probably pretty close. See, for those of you that are still watching from here, looks like it's a pretty good solid line with some heavy rain. So just went through Waverly, just south of Wahoo, Ceresco, just had some heavy rain. Greenwood, just outside of Ashland. Elmwood, Weeping Water, all getting heavy rains. We'll come down to the south really quick. We'll take a look at that. Looks like Pawnee City's out of it. Table Rock, Humboldt. You guys should be good for the rest of the night. uh, Stella down into Falls City, going into uh, Rockport in Missouri. Seeing heavy rain right now, so looks like it's slowly moving out of your area. I'll put a track on that. I'll put that in motion for you. Falls City still seeing some heavy rain. All right, Tecumseh probably just to your west, moving northeast. Utadella, Syracuse has some heavy rains. All right, then back up toward here, back up toward Sarpy, Douglas, Saunders, Lancaster County. Showed up, have a little lightning bolt here. Okay, so we could actually get some pretty well needed rain out of this after all this heat. Temperatures even right now. Let me see where we stand. Actually, not bad. Bellevue 76. Uh, Probably Millard is 72. Wahoo 71. Omaha 73. Up toward Fremont 73. Lincoln 72. Um, yeah, so temperatures are a lot better than the upper 90s that we have been having. Again, as you see the motion off to the north, northwest. I'm sorry, north, northeast. Right. Southern Sarpy County, just south of Springfield, moving up to the northeast. Papillion, Bellevue. You guys will probably see a little bit of rain out of this. Cedar Creek, downpour off at Air Force Base. You guys will see some pretty heavy rain here coming up. Once again, just to the west of Sarpy County. South Bend, just west of Ashland. So if you're in Ceresco, down to Waverly, Greenwood, Elmwood, Eagle, experiencing some heavy rain. This will definitely be moderate to heavy. Let's see really quick before this comes through. Kind of rain we've been having. Not too bad. About 3/4 of an inch in Gretna. Kind of moving up, 1/2 inch. Come out west a little ways, you're still looking at the 1.5 inch range. That's just west of Wahoo. Out toward York, Nebraska, almost 2 inches out toward York. So we'll back it out a little bit. So you can see where the heaviest um, of the rains have been. So we're looking at just in Missouri, just on the other side of southeast Nebraska into northwest Missouri, pushing 3 3/4 inch of rain. I mean, they are having massive amounts of rain down there. A lot of rain. Actually, there's 4 inches right there. So yeah, a lot of rain down there. All right, so another scan came in. Really heavy rain, just Richfield area off of Platteview Road, 84th Street, so 84th and Platteview, which is the Papillion area south of Papillion. Um, extremely heavy rain. Here's Schramm Road. So 370 here, so 370 and 84th Street in Papillion. It's approaching you. Put a little motion on this. So yeah, give it just a couple more minutes. It'll be at the intersection uh, at the mall right there. Springfield getting a little bit of rain on the south side. Flew Road, Buffalo Road down here. Radar scan coming in. Looks like Council Bluffs. You guys are getting some pretty good rains right now in downtown Council Bluffs. Another latest scan coming in. All right, just to the south of Papillion, experiencing heavy rain. All right, we'll put it in motion one more time. Still have some pretty good rain coming in. We may even get this wraparound that may push down, or it may end up staying north. I know Columbus, Schuyler's getting some rain. North Bend, Webster, Scribner, Fremont. You guys will all see more rain coming up. Wahoo! Right. So it looks like it's just pushing into the Ashland area. Right, so this was the latest scan. Looks like still in Papillion, just approaching 370. So that's 370 and 84th Street. Yeah, right there. 370 down toward Gretna. Gretna, you guys will be getting heavy rain here in a little bit. Offutt Air Force Base, right here in Bellevue. You guys are in line for this. La Platte, just south of Bellevue. South Omaha, you guys will probably get this one just south of Papillion coming in. And then work its way over into western Iowa into Council Bluffs. Come back over here. Still have that severe thunderstorm warning over here for Creston. uh, Creston and Alton. 3/4 size hail and up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. Possible with this. We can do another quick hail on this. So it does have, up to P marble size hail in this. And actually, if we scan back over here toward Papaya La Vista in that cell, so do have a little bit of hail in that cell, just south of Plattsmouth. So I'm kind of curious, yeah. Okay, so the cell by Papillion, this one has a little bit of hail in it. You can have a little hail core in this one and a little hail core in this one. Not big though. The max like P to marble size hail in those. So nothing destructive. So we'll take a quick peek and see. So we got just little marble, or I'm sorry, pea size and maybe a little pea size up in here. Mhm. And so while this is moving into the area, take a quick scan up here really quick. So once again, up to 3/4 inch size hail. Look at that line. Jeez Louise. That's a big line of thunderstorms right there, people. So from this radar view, just east of Des Moines, going up towards Cedar Rapids and Dubuque, Platteville up to Madison. I mean, this is a huge line of storms. And these are what we were looking at earlier. They still haven't made it to the lake yet. Pushing. Well, this is in Wisconsin. You can see that gust front right there. So that's the outflow boundary right there. That's where you would receive most of your gusty winds, your wind front. Here's from Monroe, Wisconsin. Right now, it's all to the west of Monroe. All right, we're gonna come back down. We're gonna come back up here to Valley radar. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't know what it was picking up because that stuff down to the south, it's not there. So we'll let it do another scan really quick, and that stuff is definitely not there. You go back around. Right, so that stuff should disappear. Right, that's better. All right, so let's come back up here. Right, getting closer. Heavy rain will be pushing in from the southwest going northeast in Ashland right now up toward Wahoo, going to be through Utan, pushing up. It's just entering the southwest corner of Sarpy County. So crossing the river down there. You can kind of see on the live sky cam where the clouds are like moving like right at us. You see where it's dark and back in the back there. That's where that cell is coming in. Down toward Ashland, that's some pretty heavy rain down toward Ashland, entering southern Sarpy County. Like U10 may see a little bit of gusty winds as this comes through. There's a little bit of bowing out on that little cell up there toward U10. So southern southeastern Sarpy County up toward Bellevue, 370 84th Street into Bellevue, seeing some pretty moderate rain right now. That's just going over Platteview, K Part 370. Right here is Highway 75, the Kennedy Freeway for anybody who is from out here. So Kennedy Freeway, 370. Off at Air Force Base, you guys are going to be seeing some heavy rain here shortly, if not already. Right, so entering western Sarpy County, going through Ashland. Ashland, you guys just had some pretty heavy rains. Still having heavy rain. All right. Kind of thinking we were going to get the wraparound from this cell, but Skylar, Fremont, you should be getting some rain right now. Wahoo, David City. Actually, David City, you guys are pretty well done. Um, Wahoo, you should be seeing some light rain here pretty soon. North Bend, Fremont, Webster's, Scribner, Arlington. You guys will be seeing this back rain moving in. Blair, you guys will see this. So we'll just kind of stay zoomed into the Sarpy County, Douglas County, for these moderate to heavy rains pushing through. Don't be surprised you hear a little bit of thunder, see a little bit of lightning with these coming through. You can see this front moving in on the live sky cam. Rotate that a little bit more to the south. That's what we're going to see. Right, we can see those that heavy to moderate rain moving into southern Sarpy County now, into eastern Sarpy County, just south of Papillion, kind of moving up toward Papillion La Vista, over to Bellevue off at Air Force Base, seeing heavy rains. That should slowly make its way to southeastern Douglas County as we see this line of pretty heavy to moderate rain move through western Sarpy County into western Douglas County up toward from Wahoo, a line down toward Gretna. See if this thunderstorm warning, yeah. So this thunderstorm warning is actually still over here in Iowa. Just kind of curious how much longer this is. 11 more minutes. So 3/4 inch size hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds over in Creston and Alton into Iowa. All these storms are moving to the northeast. All right, we'll come back over here again really quick. All right, so just on the southwest side of Gretna, going up toward Two Rivers State Recreation Area, and lying down towards South Bend and Louisville. Like Springfield, you guys are finally getting into some rain down there. Looks like that heaviest rain is just moving right along Interstate 80 down toward 204th or Highway 31, Highway 6. Outlet malls are down here. The Gretna Outlet Mall. See, right in this little crease down here is actually the outlet malls. So you guys will be having some pretty heavy rain here in the next couple minutes. Yeah, those are some pretty dark clouds out there. Pretty ominous. You can tell that it's decreasing in rain intensity. You can see it kind of just going away. I still think, Western Sarpy, Western Douglas, or Southwest Douglas County, you'll still see some good rains. So Papillion into Bellevue, right along the river. You guys are seeing some pretty good. You guys are seeing some heavy rain over here. Right through Papillion, Bellevue, Chandler Road in Bellevue, South 25th. There's Kennedy Freeway. And then this is crossing the river going into Council Bluffs. Right. Like heavy rain is moving into western Sarpy County now, southwestern Sarpy. Just went through Ashland, So Flug Road, Interstate, Platteview. So Highway 6 Platteview, Flying J is down here. The truck stop is right off the interstate. Get in there. Where it says Denny's, this is a Flying J. Gretna Outlet Mall is right here. So just off Platteview Road. The outlet malls are getting hit. And then backside is almost into Gretna, down toward Two Rivers. It's like the further northeast it gets, the smaller it's getting. Pretty soon is going to be entering Gretna, still moving to the northeast, Chaco, La Vista, Ralston. You guys will probably see this over here. Turning more to the north like it did the last time. Like coming up. So Gretna, you guys will be seeing heavy rains here in just a little bit. Going down Highway 31, which is also 204th. Here by Two Rivers, Venice Island over here. Up towards Skyline and Elkhorn, Waterloo, coming back down. So Springfield, you guys are getting heavy rain now. South side of Gretna coming up toward 370. So Interstate 370, Sap Brothers truck stop is out here. Flying J truck stop is over here. Springfield getting moderate to heavy rains. I don't think there's any severe weather in our neighborhood anymore. So So on the south side of Gretna, moving to the northeast, still have some moderate rain out here, just entering western Sarpy County. There was the latest radar. And then County Road J, here's Sarpy Douglas County border. Moving out Highway 31. Probably be some seeing some rain moving in again. Scuddy looking clouds back there. All right, starting to see the wind pick back up again. Have some of that rain moving back in Sarpy County, western Douglas County, wrapping back around, actually, basically the whole county of Sarpy, back into Papayan, La Vista, went through Bellevue, north side of Bellevue, into the Council Bluffs area, South Omaha. So out of this, we could see another about quarter of an inch pick up, moderate to heavy rain. Really, after this moves through, make it a pretty. We could get a cool sunset because after this is done, it's done for at least tonight and basically tomorrow. Tomorrow night we could see some thunderstorms into Wednesday, um, but for the most part, it could be pretty nice tomorrow. Seeing a little bit of rain. We're gonna pull our view back out again. Fremont, a little bit of rain continuing up there in Fremont. A little bit of a lightning bolt down here, west side of Sarpy County, west of Gretna. So you have a severe thunderstorm warning down in probably Maryville, Missouri, 3/4 inch size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds up to. So we'll look into this a little bit closer to see where the heavier spots are. So we're looking at basically Gretna going down 370 here. This should be Highway 50. Yep, Highway 50 down here, Springfield. We have Platte View, Highway 50 area, so just south of the interstate. Seeing the heaviest rain right now going down 370. Okay, so just crossing 370 into Papillion, Shram Road. Highway 31 going down into right off the interstate, going into Gretna. A little pocket of heavy rain. Uh, Basically, this is the Platte River going down, so crossing the Platte. And into Gretna, Papillion, little cell up just on West Dodge, roughly 156 Street and Dodge, Blondo. So you have Dodge, Blondo, Pacific down here, in between 156, 144th. So another little advancement cell just kind of popped up right on Harrison Street. So here's Giles, here's Harrison. This is 204, so 192nd, 180th Street right here. So 180th and Harrison. A little good rain cell just south of Harrison. So 180th and Giles area. Little little moderate rain. Still waiting for the latest scan to come in. Next scan should be coming in any second. Should be. Look at that, right on time. This is slow moving. So wherever this rain is dumping, it's dumping. So La Vista, you guys are getting pretty heavy rains right now into Papillion, back along 370, going just south of Gretna. If you're down by um, roughly the outlet malls, basically in between outlet mall and Gretna, seeing heavy rains along 31. Harrison Street, roughly in between 192nd and 180th. You guys are seeing a little bit of heavy to moderate rain in there. Yeah, this is kind of as it moves to the northeast, it's really diminishing, breaking up. Right, so basically moving moderate to heavy rains through Sarpy County, Gretna, Papine, La Vista, up toward Chaco, uh, Recreation. Moderate rain going down 370 onto 84th, going up toward Ralston, South Omaha, going up toward the river up by two rivers up here, western Douglas County. As you see, as it's going more northeast, it's really dissipating pretty quick. Well, that has a lot to do with the the river right here. So it's all flat land until you get to the river, and then you have Council Bluffs, um, which basically have the hills, and you're in Douglas, Sarpy County. You don't get a lot of these heavy rains as the air really changes in these areas. Yeah, heck, we could probably look out west and probably see a nice sunset. So we'll probably get a little shower here coming up. Raining just a little bit, but to the west we will get a pretty cool sunset. Alright, we'll go back down to radar. We'll see where this rain is. Right. So basically, the back end of this rain is moving through on the west side of Gretna. Once this is gone, we are basically done around here. For the most part, there's not really a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings. We have 8 severe thunderstorm warnings basically for everywhere. We have one down in Missouri. I assume probably some. Oh, we don't even have any up in Wisconsin anymore. So that line has pushed into the lake. You have Missouri, and then most of the rest are down in Kansas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. We'll take a quick peek at Maryville really quick. 3/4 inch size hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds for Maryville. These might be going just due east. Yeah, these are actually kind of turning the corner and just moving east. So they could extend that severe thunderstorm warning to these counties over here pretty soon. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, they're not. They will probably let it discontinue. So yeah, so that just took care of that one. So all right, we'll come back here and see out to the west. Sunny, at least for my location. All right, so quick Douglas County, southern Douglas County. So you're looking at basically following the interstate. So interstate at L Street, seeing some pretty moderate rain going up toward West Center. Dodge Street has a little bit of heavy rain, roughly about 144th to the interstate. Londo seeing some moderate rain, the Blackstone area, downtown Omaha, Martha Street. Henry Dorley Zoo is getting moderate rain right now. Down at the zoo, Vista, 108th. So 108th and Giles, a little bit of a downpour there. So Harrison Street, just a little north of Harrison Industrial Road, which is L Street to West Center. A little bit of moderate to heavy rain there. Back down into Sarpy County, 370, just off of north of Schramm, 84th Street. I'm sorry, that's Highway 50. So 370, Highway 50. A little bit of moderate rain. Gretna, you're pretty much in the clear now. Western Sarpy County, you're going to start to see some sun. There's a new radar sweep coming through. Yeah, as you guys can see, after this little rain comes through, we are clear because there is nothing else really on the back side of this. We'll see what direction these are kind of moving. Yeah, these are going northeast, but these are going to fall apart before they hit up here in southeast Nebraska. All right, just some moderate rain going through Omaha, Carter Lake, going into Iowa, Council Bluffs. You're going to see some moderate rains coming in. La Vista, Ralston, a little bit of moderate rain. I-80, 480, 680 split, pretty heavy rain. Right now, you guys are in the clear. Western Sarpy, Western Douglas, Saunders, Lancaster, Wahoo, you're done. So for the most part, eastern Nebraska, southeastern Nebraska, Falls City, you guys are finally done. Anything's crossing the river going into Iowa. We'll do a quick loop or a quick loop on this, and you guys can see basically everything is. So these are going to start pushing southeast. We'll look at we'll look at see where the overlay is for the. All right, so they haven't updated this for a little bit. So this cold front is probably out right about here right now and works your way down. So they haven't updated it, but that's about where that low pressure system cold front is, pushing more to the east southeast. That's why these storms are going to start, instead of going northeast, they're going to be going more east. It's still a huge line running through the state of Iowa, clear from northern Missouri all the way through Cedar Rapids up toward Madison, Wisconsin, and even through Wisconsin. Still, actually, Madison has a pretty good storm. Let's look at a camera like really quick out of Monroe. We'll see which way this is heading. Uh, yeah, so there's a little shot from Monroe, Wisconsin, which is here. And I assumed that that was looking to the west. It could have been looking to the north or west. Not quite sure. Just a lot of rain up in Wisconsin. So work our way back down out of Des Moines radar. A lot of rain going through Iowa. A lot of rain. Right. Back to Valley, off of Valley radar. You can hear really quick again. Here's reflectivity. It's like really winding down. Heck, you guys can see blue sky on the sky cam now. We'll have a sunset back there. Let's kind of rotate this quite a little bit. Right. Yeah, have a little couple raindrops, have a sunset, blue sky. It turned out to be a pretty nice evening over eastern Nebraska. All right, we'll back out like this. We'll take another quick peek out here. See if there's any big hail cores nearby. The largest hail is probably just south of Falls City in Kansas, up through Maryville in Missouri. So basically, along the front end of that line, you're going to have small hail. Actually, it's that whole line. You can tell exactly where that line is laid out. That was pretty cool. So the only severe thunderstorm warnings that we have are basically down south. Um, Kansas, Oklahoma, looks like a little sliver of Colorado and New Mexico. That is about the only severe weather we have. And even then, it's not quite quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. And that's probably what we have for most of these. So not much really happening there. All right. Well, most of the storms are not severe in between Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, and basically Kansas. Storms are going to be wrapping up here in eastern Nebraska, still pushing along this cold front into eastern Iowa, going probably east, turning more southeast into northern Missouri, down into probably dissipating even before it gets to Illinois. So I don't see this really expanding that far. Um, so yeah. So thanks for this stream. The few people that are on here, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe. Um, we love broadcasting live on here, trying to get the stream going. Actually, we got a little lightning bolt just right over Bellevue. Oh, it's gone. So yeah, that'll probably wrap it up for me. As you see, the sun setting, blue sky starting to come out. It's pretty wrapped up here in the Omaha area. Little bit more rain. Council Bluffs up toward Carter Lake, Bennington, probably heading toward Fort Calhoun, and the rest of it will be going into Council Bluffs. So once again, thanks if you haven't already. Like, subscribe. We appreciate it. Every time there's severe weather in eastern Nebraska, anywhere in Nebraska and western Iowa, we will definitely be going live. If we know that there's a major severe weather outbreak, we'll go live for those too. But um, yeah, so once again, thanks again. We will probably not be live tomorrow. There's not really much going on. There's a good chance we'll go live on Wednesday. Some more thunderstorms rolling in from the west from central Nebraska, moving eastward. So we will probably go live on Wednesday. So for now, appreciate everybody. Have a great rest of your night, and we will talk to you later.